Star date 2021, 16th of March. It's a Tuesday. I've just finished my job of the day. I've got a few hours, so why not come to the house? If you remember when we originally did the roof on the vaulted ceiling, my mate Craig come and help me. He's a joiner carpenter. Well, this is what he has produced for me. Some beautiful ash. So that's going to be going around the designer floating wall. That's going around the designer ceiling in the master bedroom. Really, really nice. That's going to cost me €100 in cash and 1 day's labour. Getting wood cut to the exact size is not cheap, but such is life. I've got to pay the rates just like everybody else. So I'm just going to be painting. What can I say? I just got to keep painting. I'm not going to film it because it's pointless. It's just boring. It'll just be high speed footage of me just rolling. So nice to walk in here and see all this nice and cleared. Glad you liked the last video. Boy's a hoot, isn't he? Thanks for all the comments. We really appreciate all the comments. It really makes it worthwhile. Fair few new subscribers. Hello. Don't be shy. Give us a like. Chuck in a comment. Ask questions. As you can tell, I'm quite a friendly guy, apparently. I'll answer anything you want to know. Have a bit of banter with me, whatever. Work-wise, we've had quite a few inquiries via the channel. We're booked now. That's it. We're booked right up till the end of the year. We won't be doing anything else. Hi Alison. Alison's job I'm starting in August, which will probably take me through till the end of the year. So if there is anybody looking for me to come and help out on projects, think later on at the end of this year potentially, but realistically starting next year. So little plug for more work for me. Yeah, so like I said, I'm just going to carry on painting. There's a little bit of snag works I've got to do before we're going to start tiling these rooms. So obviously I plastered these reveals, so they just need painting basically. So we'll get them painted. That wooden trim's obviously for up there, so we'll get that done. It's not long, I think it's nearly 2 months and we're going to be moving in, so I've got to see about sorting out the fosse septique. I think we might be going for a bio-fosse. I've got to ask Spank if they'll let me fit one, because you can basically do that in a day or two really, really quickly. So that's what's going to be happening. Anyway, I'm going to shut up and come back when I'm doing something interesting. Hello, it is literally the next day after that last video clip. Me and Paul are going up to John and Coco's today. So for the morning before we go up, I'm going to do a list of little jobs that need doing around the house. So one of the first things I did this morning was I put that bit of track up. The reason I did that is I did a series of measurements for the positioning of that light, so it worked out to be in the centre of this little area here. So I thought, whilst that memory's fresh in my mind, I might as well put that up, so that's been done. We're getting close to doing this TV wall. So basically what we need to do is we've got the paper metal trim that goes around here. Well, it needs doing. If I'm going to do that, I've got to knock some gear up. If I'm going to knock some gear up, I might as well knock a fair bit of gear up and continue with putting another coat on this ceiling here. And then, because I will have a little bit of gear, there's a tiny little bit of snagging to do on this ceiling. Literally, just when I was painting it, just the odd little bit. It's nothing really. You'd never see it, but you know, I'm trying to be, you know, extremely professional and fussy with my workmanship. So I'll get the halogen light up there like normal, or the LED in this case, and shine it around. I just noticed literally a couple of places. It's nothing really. I'm also on the other side of this. It needs plastering. And up there, like I've said, it needs plastering. So basically I'm just going to do a load of little jobs. It's really awkward to get to. That's one of the reasons why I left this down, apart from running the cables. I'm still just finishing off in there. So it's basically been all corked up, ready for a coat of paint. So less waffling, let's get a mix on. Okay, so a little splash of water. Maybe a little bit more. Put my mixing paddle on. Get some of this beautiful stuff. I feel you won't notice it, but to me it's not quite simple. Right. Okay, we'll get the paper tape on one of the last bits of tapered joints that needs to be done, and then we'll just do a second coat over everything else. Okay, that's that second coat and the first coat done on that one. That was a pain in the butt, but it's not worth the hassle moving it, because it would only be for that tiny job. Right, the next thing I'm going to do now is tape and joint this little section here. So what we'll do is a little how-to on corner tape. So this is called paper corner tape. It's got the metal insert. So basically what you do is you either measure it or offer it up. So we go for the width, little tear, get the snips and cut it wherever the snips are. Okay, sorry, now I've got the snips. So then you literally just give it a cut. And then, because it's got the metal in the middle, you fold it. And then that is your paper external corner piece. If you're doing internal, so say if I was doing it there, you get just normal paper tape, which has got a prefabricated fold down the middle. So then you would just fold it, and then that would go inside like that, and that would do your internals. But today we're doing externals. So now you know you've got it cut to the required length. You just put some jointing compound or mud if you're from the States. So what you want to do is get some decent coverage over the whole area. Right, it doesn't have to look pretty, you just slap it on. And then you offer the corner tape on top. And then just squeeze it into position. And then you just want to trowel over the top of it. And what that's doing is squeezing all the excess out. Yeah, I've got a surprise visitor. Don't push too hard on it, otherwise you'll distort it or move it around excessively, which you don't want to do. On bigger runs, what you tend to do is I'll use my hawk and pinch it between the plasterboard and then I'll trowel off one way and then do the other side and trowel it the other way, because otherwise it has a tendency to slide around. Okay, so once you've squeezed off the excess, like that, you then go over it again. Here. So beautiful.
It's going to take the computer for a couple of hours.
Is it?
Yeah, because Michelle sent me a whole list of stuff that she's going to need for Sunday.
Yeah.
And I've checked that we've got it on the
Okay.
computer today, or I have to sit there on Saturday night on the computer trying to work out.
Okay, with this the black holdall that's in there.
Mm-hmm.
You alright?
Yeah, so
Currently doing a tutorial.
oh, right.
Yes,
I'm sorry to interrupt.
that's not a problem.
I'll
At least
bring
everybody
the
knows what you're
heater.
up to. Oh yeah, bring the heat. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I'll bring the heater and a toothbrush later on, in case your electric one runs out.
Oh no, I thought the charger.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right then.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about that.
I'm all good.
All right, I'm going to grab the computer to do that, and then I'll come back with Sky.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay. Love you.
All right, love
See you later. Bye. What I should have done is pause that then, but you can just have a listen on to some everyday conversations that couples have. So as you can see, whilst I was talking and working at the same time, which is technically multitasking, which is quite impressive for a male, just literally putting another layer of jointing compound, mud, over the top of the paper tape, and we then just dress that up and flatten it right off. And literally that is it, it's as simple as that. And then we just do another 2 layers over the top of that, again and again. And then we're good. It's a really old, ropey bit of tape left over. I've actually had this piece for years, just wrapped up. Because on externals, personally, I prefer to use proper metal. So if you're watching and learning and doing things for yourself, which I know a few of you are, I personally prefer to use metal. There you go, I've said it. I literally, for this, the only reason, and I mean literally the only reason I'm doing this, is when we tile, so we've got those nice tiles, when we tile up to here, potentially you'll see just inside of there, so it's literally just to give that a nice clean edge. It's ridiculous really, you barely see it, but like I said, I'm going for this really professional high-end look. You know, I want people to walk in my house and go, wow Perry, this is awesome. So this is why it is a bit OTT in some ways. In there, I'm literally, because I on purpose I cut the plasterboard extremely straight and clean, and I surf formed it all up. So rather than messing around and trying to get in there with a jointing knife and that, which is a pain, I'm just literally going to use decorator's cork. It's just easy, so then that way I can just smear a bit in, a little bit of filler over the screw holes, and then it'll be job done. So that's that. Okay, well, I'm now just going to go around and snag everywhere else that needs a little bit of gear putting on. I won't film it because you literally won't see it because it's white going on white. I will then continue to paint. Yay! There was a bit of leftover gear, so why waste it? I did the ceiling. So this is the paint that I bought from the Brico a little while ago. Absolute bargain, 22 euros a tub. You go up the road, they were selling it for 56 euros. It was just an offer, you know, destockage as they call it. My other client, Sharon, had already been using it. It was a little bit thick, so I've done a 20% mix. I've even written it on top, so there's no confusion that it's been mixed. Seems like quite good coverage, to be fair, from what Sharon did on her job. I will be doing 2 coats over the top of the 2 mist coats. It's already looking really good up on the ceiling where it's had 2 full coats. Obviously it's still a little bit patchy in places, but you know, that undercoat does do a good job, so it's money well spent. So I'm literally just going to start rolling. I still need to plaster up there. I did everything else, but I've effectively ran out of time. Even I've got 3 hours to go. I've run out of time, so we'll do that a bit later.